Case of the week. This week's case is titled Morkor versus Kuma. Now, to the facts of the case. In this case, the respondent, Kuma, was an agent of Seafood of Faroe Island, which entered into a sale agreement with East Coast Fisheries Limited, represented by its CEO, director and shareholder, Morkor, and guaranteed by Samuel Kwe, to supply 400 metric tons of frozen fish valued at $180,000. The contract was signed on May 22nd, 1990, and East Coast Fisheries paid a deposit with the balance due on September 30th, 1990. However, the company failed to pay the remainder on time. As a result, Seafood of Faroe Island sued East Coast Fisheries and Morkor. The company and Morkor filed a joint defense. Later, the respondent applied for summary judgment, claiming that part of the debt had been paid, but about $86,000 remained outstanding. Despite opposition, the High Court entered summary judgment in favor of the respondent. East Coast Fisheries then applied for a stay of execution and to set aside the summary judgment, arguing that 1. The contract was with the company, not Morkor personally, so she had been wrongly sued. 2. The respondent failed to credit a $24,000 payment made before judgment. The High Court dismissed the application, and the Court of Appeal upheld that decision. Dissatisfied, Morkor appealed to the Supreme Court. Now, one of the legal issues before the court was whether Morkor was a proper party to the suit, to the decision of the court. The Supreme Court held that Morkor was not a proper party to the suit. The court explained that in a contractual action, the proper defendant is a person or entity that made the promise, whose breach gave rise to the cause of action. In this case, the sale contract was between the respondent and East Coast Fisheries Limited, a limited liability company, a separate legal entity distinct from its shareholders, directors, and officers. Morkor was joined to the suit only because she was the CEO, main shareholder, and the director of the company. How do you apply this principle? This case reaffirms a fundamental principle of company law, that once a company is incorporated, it becomes a distinct legal person, separate from its directors and shareholders. Therefore, directors are not personally liable for the company's obligations unless exceptional circumstances justify piercing the corporate veil.